Ohio! Japanese for good morning, in case you didn't know. And I'm reminded again, two things. Number one, I'm just so blessed. I saw some numbers. Thousands of people are listening on a daily basis to our daily devotion here. Thank you. I hope it's a blessing to all of you. And now I want you to recruit for me. Not money, not build a statue for me. I don't deserve one, trust me. But tell some people, not only about daily devotions, but that we're starting brand new in just 6 or 7 more episodes here and readings. We're going to start a new one, and we're going to advertise it and get it out around here, and I'm going to ask you to tell people. And what's the new book of the Bible? The book of Psalms. But if Mark took so long and it's only 16 chapters, what are we going to do with the Psalms? 150 of them. And one of them, 119, so long, so long. Longest chapter in the Bible. Here's how we're going to do it. I'm going to give you ramp up time and warnings, and we're going to start. And before the first one, which will happen when I tell you, it's going to be you read Psalm 1. How blessed is the man who walks not in the counsel of the ungodly. You're going to read it. And then you're going to meditate on it before you even hear the devotion. And then I'm going to pick from Psalm 1 what God has made most real to me and cover it. But you already have read it, then you'll hear my comment, and then that night you're going to read Psalm 2. So we're going to go through the whole thing. Come on, it's good for us. It's going to enhance our worship of the Lord, our devotions to the Lord. We're going to learn things. We're going to learn how to read the Psalms different than how to read the book of Mark. So get ready for that. And now we're in chapter 15 of Mark, in verse 40. Some women were watching from a distance. He was crucified, and he yelled out loud and gave up, breathed his last. Among them were Mary Magdalene, Mary the mother of James the younger, and of Joseph, and Salome. In Galilee, these women had followed him and cared for his needs. Many other women who had come up with him to Jerusalem were also there. Oh, that just jumped out at me. Wasn't so aware of that. In Galilee, that's when he was ministering, traveling, for the most part, 3.5 years of ministry. He was mostly in Galilee, although he came to Judea and in that province also ministered, but mostly north in Galilee. So who took care of his needs and those of his disciples? Food, clothing. These women, so devoted to him, they gave of their substance. They did what they had to do to take care of his needs and cared for his needs. They named some, but now listen to this. Many other women who had come up with him to Jerusalem were also there. And that's strange. Jerusalem was the city of the king, was the capital, and it was on high ground. So when you read the Bible, people are always going up to Jerusalem, but Galilee is north. So you and I would say they went down to Jerusalem with him, but no matter where you were, you went up to Jerusalem. It's like somebody saying in New York City, man, I'm going to go up to Miami tomorrow. No, you're going down to Miami. But not so in the Bible. Many other women were there with him also, who had helped, it seems, and they were there. So he had this following of women who loved him, who had been changed by his teaching and the observation of his character and example. And they were devoted to him. Where are the men? Oh, you mean the disciples? They all fled. So everybody who's into macho, Randy the Macho Man, Savage, the macho men that Jesus had, they fled. But the women, they were there. They served him up in the north in previous years, caring for his needs and those of his disciples, and now they're still with him. You know, there's something about loyalty, isn't there? There's an old saying among pastors, like, if you call a prayer meeting, not always Sunday, but a prayer meeting, you're going to have minimum 75, 80% women will come, not men. I don't know why they say that. I don't know if that's exactly true. It shouldn't be. Jesus didn't die for women. He died for men and women. And we should all be devoted to him. But they were devoted. You know, that's a word that's gone out of our spiritual vocabulary. Wouldn't you say? Like, oh, you see her or him, they're really devoted to Jesus. We just don't say that. They're a good Christian, that's high compliment. Or they regularly go to church. But personal devotion to the person of Jesus, that's not something we say much. I hope it comes back, right? That's the highest compliment probably you or I could get. You know what? Pastor Cymbala is devoted to Jesus. Stephen, his engineer, is devoted to Jesus. Not religion, not church, not my job. Devoted to Jesus. Now, he never asked them to support him. No account is given of that. But they saw the situation and said, what can I do? So for a long time, they were supplying his needs. And now when he goes into the belly of the beast, Jerusalem, they stay with him, were there when he was crucified. They have decided to follow Jesus. And as the song says, no turning back. May God take you and I and revive us so that we become totally devoted to Jesus, putting him and his kingdom first and us and our needs second. Oh yeah, then who will take care of me? And what about a rainy day? Listen, when you and I are devoted to Jesus, trusting him, walking with him, and leaning on him for the supply of all our needs, guess what? You will never lack, and you'll never be ashamed, and you'll never be disappointed. Come on, let's today be devoted to Jesus. See you next time.